Brent, thorough and dominant performance today. Did the scoreline surprise you in the end, and what did you think of the match?
The scoreline probably surprised us not only from the outcome today, but in regards to the actual match. I think we were quite fortunate in the way that we defended as a team, rock solid defence, and the effort, the scramble. There's some really critical tackles that launched us into a counter-attacking opportunity. So, I think goal scoring opportunities were pretty even. We took our chances, and Hockey Club Melbourne didn't take theirs. So, yeah, the scoreboard was probably a little bit flattering, but it was a really solid defensive team effort that laid down that foundation for sure.
What did you enjoy most about your guys' performance today?
Oh, exactly that. The effort and the work to work great, the work rate for each other. And we prided ourselves on that before the start of the match. We prided on last week. We spoke about it in 2022, 2019, and that's something that we're just going to keep on grinding away. And at the end of the day, that work rate and that effort just grinds teams down. So we just keep building on that. Probably the other thing that we focused on was in our transitions, and our offensive to defensive transition and some of our different structures was a little bit better today. I think there's still room for improvement.
It seems to be a big key in Hockey One this year, the transition controlling it. Another aspect which has come in is the aerial play, especially in and around the circle. What have you made of that, revolutionising hockey and maybe changing the way that teams attack now?
Yeah, well, I think the whole team flooding the defence, or the defensive 30 sort of positioning that teams are playing, and then that overhead is a threat. It's now, I think we've already gone past that, where teams are now defending that really well, in the sense that the balls are getting in there, but we're not sort of too phased by it, and we've just got to make sure that in our one-on-one battles. But there's a couple of key instances there today where our intelligent off-ball positioning denied that opportunity as well, and there's a couple other ones where we sort of backed in and gave away some penalty corners. So, I think there's ways to do that, but I think from our perspective, our counter-attacking and our attacking 50 is something that's giving us the outcome, just because of the pure class and the skill of all the players around the place. So, and they're connecting up really well. So we're not having to use that as much. We've still got those weapons there, but we'll look to use them later on.
Flynn Ogilvie was awarded Player of the Match today. What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, it was fantastic, and he was one that made some of that defensive scramble in the back of the circle in regards to some intercepts, some touches, some really important tackles. But his ability to control the whole match and the midfield was really solid. And he's flying in, flying out from Perth, and today was where we can get Flynn to once he gets a little bit of rest. So he had an early flight yesterday and got a bit of rest. So hopefully we can keep building on his performances, and all the guys can start building as well.
There was one other guy who I'm a big fan of. It's Nath Zinner. I think he's a young guy on the rise. As a centre-half yourself, and him playing that defensive midfield role, what have you made of his first couple of games?
Yeah, really solid. Off the back of 2022, he stood up, and as a young guy coming in there, and then he's put a lot of effort in. His work rate, his work ethic in the daily training environment's been fantastic. He's got a lot of really good attributes: speed, skill, strength on the ball, and then look at his without ball, his tackling as well. So a lot of indoor attributes in his game, and he's still got he's got a big ceiling that he can go to as well. But he's performing really well for us, and he's going to be missed over the next few weeks in and around, because he's going away for the Joe Hall Cup with the National Junior program. So that's something that we're going to have to fill as well.
Yeah, you mentioned some key outs over the next couple of weeks. Last one, Canberra Chill next week. Shea Onatiri, I think, is a coach on the rise as well. He's got some really good ideas, and they bounce back to form. What do you think about them?
Yeah, look, probably haven't performed as well as that they did in 2022. They've still got a similar group of athletes and players that they can be a threat. And if they start connecting as a team, they can still cause upsets. We didn't do real well against them in 2022 in Parks, unfortunately. So we'll be looking to consolidate on that. But yeah, we're expecting a tough match, and I'm really looking forward to our guys just seeing what we can keep doing each week, and hopefully keep growing. Like I said, the back end of the tournament's the key thing.
Thanks for your time, mate.
Cheers.